What's going on, you guys? This is the Phoenix Queen, and welcome back to Bad End. Hopefully, we are closing into near the end of this game. Not that I'm not enjoying it anymore, but I just figure because the last video, I played for well over an hour, and once I was done doing a little bit of editing that I could do to it, it was still nearly an hour and a half of gameplay. So I figured, also since because we've gotten, we ended it on the bad ending number 10, I figure we can't be that far away from the end of this game. And I don't know about you, but I'm very excited to figure out how this is gonna end. I really want to know the mystery behind this game. So let us continue. That is very loud. I might need to. Seriously, that is so loud. Okay, last time we got together with Akira, and that ended badly. So this time we are going to decline. I can't do it. I can't give in to the temptation. So how about it? Will you go with me? I'm sorry, I can't this time. Okay, I'm not going to force you. Oh, good grief. It's like only 5 o'clock. Why am I yawning? At that, Akira turned and left. Kana walked back into the room a moment after. Hey, Kana, are you and Akira going steady? Why do you want to know all of a sudden? Of course, we're in love. Right. Akira needed to talk to me about Kana. Is their relationship going steady, or did she make that up? I'm curious, but I know I'm right in not pursuing it. It isn't work throwing my it isn't work. I think there was that was supposed to be worth. It isn't worth throwing my life away over something like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a typo. And there have been several typos in this game, so I mean. After school, I was true to my word and declined offers from all boys who tried to get me to go out. Wow, what a drag. I never thought it would feel so dull not going out and doing anything. But if I continue to play guys like I did, I wouldn't live to regret it. I didn't know anything for sure, but I'm going to do what I need to in order to stay alive. Phew. It's the 6th decision so far. It's been nothing short of a miracle that I've made it this far with only one mistake. Yeah, right. But the game is becoming more and more bizarre and unpredictable. Akira Shiji's appearance. The game mimics reality and is spot on so far. His avatar was a perfect replica of his real self. His speech almost matches his in person. So his existence in the game is very significant somehow. Being the case, so does Shiji hold the key to clearing this game? Shiji seemed to be legitimately worried about Iwasaki and Mihashi's accident. I don't think he's taking Bad End as seriously as he should be. Seems that it'll be necessary to meet with him once again. After all, I did tell him that I'd contact him. Oh, that is annoying. That is very, very annoying. I apologize for that. That's a tad bit more comfortable. After all, I did tell him that I'd contact him to let him know I'm still alive and well. I sent an email saying that I want to meet with him tomorrow. This again? Hurry up. I hear a voice urging me again. However, no matter how many times I've heard it, I can't get used to it. Yuji, just shut up, please. Stop acting like an idiot. Calm down already. Cute. Ah! Huh? The groaning stopped as I awoke to the morning sun shining through the window. It was the usual nightmare. Yuji and the other dead people seemed to be trying to harass me in my sleep. As for what they're wanting, I should be clearing the game sometime soon. I swiftly hopped out of bed with renewed energy. I discovered that Shiju had responded immediately after I sent the email to him last night. I'm going to skip classes today. And can you too? I want to meet up. He seemed to want to know why he appeared in Bad End as much as I do. There wasn't any reason why I should throw him off. I can't concentrate at school recently due to the unfolding events. The meeting place was Tinshu Shrine. Shiji was waiting there in casual clothes. Nice casual clothes. Dude's got a cool style. It's good that you survived. Thank you. So, how have you progressed so far? For starters, what kind of game is the so-called Bad End? I want to know more details about the overall structure. I nodded and told him what I've experienced since I started the game. After telling him the general plot and game structure, a few concerns immediately came to mind. The first bothersome thing in mind. Iwasaki seemed to have a bad habit of screwing around with guys. That's part of the game's plot. So that's why you brought that up when we first met. But I'll say it again. The Kyoko I know in real life isn't that type of person. So why is there a plot twist like that? The game seems to totally look down upon her character. I can't help but feel resentment towards her. Resentment. Iwasaki seemed to invoke someone's wrath and was being stalked because of it. Do you think there could be even the slightest possibility? It was you, wasn't it? The words came out of Shiju like a weak old man. It's possible that could be true. What? What do you mean? I've kept it a secret from Kana, but I did meet with Coco before. Huh? So the game scenario was accurate after all. It makes sense that the correct answer was not to accept his offer in the game to go out. What you're saying sounds spot on. The meeting played out very similar to that. What was the meeting about? Was Kana mentioned? Well, there was something. We've been dating almost half a year now. We've been going steady as lovers for quite a while. But we haven't thought about going further, you know? Okay, well, so what? So what I'm getting at is, are you willing to be more serious? Do you think it's about time we commit to each other more? I don't understand what you're getting at. But don't you think you should think about Kana's feelings first? I see now. That has to be it. It makes sense. It was a heated conversation. It was an intimate conversation and one I could never talk to Kana about. But please don't misunderstand. Nothing has changed, okay? Nothing new has happened between us. Oh, I see. But Kana totally misunderstood the situation. What? Hey, what are you doing? Kana, what are you doing here? Well, I've been tailing you since you left school. I thought something fishy was going on. No, you're totally misunderstanding this. Then why were you having a secret meeting all the way out here? What were you two talking about? Well, I just couldn't bring myself to tell Kana. I couldn't tell her the truth. It didn't feel right. It's not fair, Kyoko. I hate you. Kana, wait, don't. In a confused state, Kana ran out into the road. Then, this is exactly as I knew it. I knew it. She caught them, got pissed off, ran out in the street. Boom, accident. I knew it. Then she was hit by a car. To be honest, it wasn't the driver's fault. I mean, she just ran out into the street. The ambulance arrived on the scene and immediately took her to the hospital. They were able to save her life, but she's now comatose. It's the last time we were talking to each other. I see. That seems consistent given that Mihashi is definitely in a coma when we went to check on her in the hospital. But I have an obligation to Kana. Feeling stuck me like a needle driven into my brain. That means the one bearing a grudge against Iwasaki. I can't believe it. Then shortly afterward, Kyoko was involved in an accident as well. She had mentioned she felt something was after her, right? Yes, that's correct. There's no way this could just be a coincidental situation. There's no hardcore tangible evidence, but it just makes too much sense. It seems like the only possibility. The one that... See? I was right! I figured... Watch my last video. I knew it. I said it. I knew it. I knew it. The one that had the grudge against Iwasaki is Mihashi, isn't it? I totally knew it. I knew it. I so knew it. You've got to be kidding. This would make sense given the facts. After Mihashi was involved in an accident, Iwasaki was targeted and injured not long afterwards. Mihashi just didn't have it in her to forgive Iwasaki, who was proceeding to steal her lover. That's a misunderstanding. That's the fact. She was in an accident due to a misunderstanding. She fell into a coma, still bearing a grudge. The wrath of Mihashi came out and attacked Iwasaki. Mihashi's grudge was just too strong. Do you think that she might be involved in the creation of Bad End? This would be a clear motive to do something like this. Even though I considered the possibility, it was just way out there. However, Shiji wasn't exactly trying to shoot down my theory. Kana, I can't believe this. Why aren't you going after me? It's me who you should be after. Okay, I have no idea what's going on, but for some reason I keep biting my tongue, so if I seem to speak a little strangely while reading this, yeah, I have no idea, but my teeth keep coming right down on my tongue. I have no idea why. It seems she truly believed it was her best friend's fault and not her boyfriend's. What it comes down to is she misunderstood by Iwasaki asking you to meet with her. I can't believe this. All the pieces fit together. This was the only possibility I could think of. What are you gonna do? Will you continue playing the game? I need to know the truth. Please keep going and solve this thing. Please, I'm begging you. Yeah, I'll keep going. I'll contact you again after the next session to let you know I'm still alive. Shiji seemed to be legitimately shocked. He walked away with his back hunched. I'm going home as well. I'm going to beat Bad End for sure. Like I said, I knew it. All the theories that I had come up with the last time I played through, I was so right. I was so right. The adrenaline rush started thinning out a few hours after I started for home. But the thought still nagged at me again and again. The fear of Mihashi actually being behind this insane game grew stronger each passing second. When Iwasaki was attacked by the cursed shadow, Mihashi was behind it the whole time. I opened the mobile phone and fire up Bad End. I'm coming closer to the truth. Also, the cursed shadow never attacked Kana. I've been thinking while I lay in bed. Why am I being attacked? Was it because I'm screwing around with guys and invoking their wrath? I kept going over it in my head. The logic is really a long stretch. But I've done this to myself and caused someone to hold a grudge for playing with their heart. I deserved it, didn't I? If this was a hit slasher movie, it would probably be heavily chopped apart by critics. After all, it can attack me anywhere at any time it feels like. It must really hate me. Something just came to mind. Since I'm staying indoors, does that guarantee I'll be safe? Let's think about this. The situation I was in while being attacked, I was on my way home from the convenience store in the middle of the night. The next incident was at the Tinshu Shrine while having the exorcism performed. The most recent attack was on the roof of the school. Oh good, you're finally figuring out your best friend was there each time. One thing was common in all of these circumstances. Kana was present at each. No way! Kana's my best friend, but even best friends are apart for some length of time during a single day. However, each time I was attacked by the cursed shadow, Kana was with me. Is this just a huge coincidence, or...? Yeah, we're going for the logical one. Yeah, just go for it. Just go for it. We've already got this figured out. I want to be totally mistaken, but I doubt but the doubt I harbored didn't disappear in the slightest. The only way to find out is to meet up with Kana. I should confirm it by meeting her alone in a place with very few people. This room, for example. But how will I escape if she happens to be the cursed shadow? I'll call Akira to come as well. Akira's Kana's boyfriend. He'll be able to do something if Kana in fact is the cursed shadow. Okay. I decided to send Akira a text. Fortunately, he was able to make time to come, and even better was that he wasn't with Kana at the present. Wow, so this is your room, huh? You're no strangers to girls' rooms, are you? I have to admit, this room is very similar to Kana's. But is it okay to talk alone like this? Well, I told him that I needed to talk urgently and made something up. He mentioned meeting at the restaurant, which was reasonable, but it wouldn't be ideal for what I had in mind. I actually need to have a serious discussion with you. Eh? I'm going to call Kana to come over as well. This is not a laughing matter. It might not be pretty. I'm just warning you. I didn't try and sugarcoat it. I need you to wait in the guest room next door. You should be able to hear our conversation through the walls. And if the conversation starts to get out of hand, I want you to intervene. You two may have an argument? Why? For starters, is there anything I need to know about? Are you guys in trouble? I don't have time to go into details. Just please say you'll help me out. Okay, I'll do it. I just wish I understood what this was about. Thank you. With everything planned out, all I had to do was call Kana. Then Kana came. It's been such a long time since I've been in this room. Make yourself at home. Kana and I sit down facing each other. Akira should be able to overhear our conversation from the room next door. I speak a bit louder to make sure of it. I wanted to talk to you about that cursed shadow thing. That thing that keeps attacking me. Well, I think it'll stop if you stop screwing around with guys' heads. I didn't like where this was going. I decided to get straight to the point. You're really the cursed shadow, aren't you? What? I backed up my assertion with the fact that she was present each time I was attacked. If I'm wrong, I'll apologize a million times. I'm just trying to rule out every possibility. Kana? Kana burst out laughing. Maybe I'm completely off the mark. But her laugh. So it was you? I finally revealed the truth. Something akin to fog erupts from Kana's body, and it materializes into the cursed shadow. So you finally found me out. Kana, are you seriously responsible for all of this? Hey, Kyoko, what's going on? Akira yelled desperately through the walls. It seems like that he's not liking what he's hearing. What's this? Akira, why? As expected, as soon as Akira appeared, her attitude disappeared. Ah, I see. You wanted Akira to protect you, right? That was your plan from the start. What does it all mean? Why are you after me? What did I do to you to deserve this? What did I do, you say? In spite of trying to steal my boyfriend? What? This is a big reason for my grudge. You took away my Akira. I can't forgive you for that. What? Took away from you? What do you mean? This doesn't make any sense. But Akira, you are my lover. I'm never going to let Kyo have you. Kana unleashes the cursed shadow on me. I hoped that Shiji would catch her in time, but the shadow is just too fast. See you soon. What did she mean? What was she implying by? I hadn't a clue. I faded on the spot, unable to process everything that had happened so quickly. Where are your parents? Where's mom and dad in all this? What do you mean to be continued? Be continued? Excuse me? What? What the hell? That's what I want to know. I stared dumbstruck at the text "to be continued" on the screen. The screen displayed this text for another 5 seconds, then had faded and saved. To be continued? Does that mean I didn't beat it yet? Yeah, that's what I want to know. The scenario seemed to have reached a conclusion, yet I figured this was it, and I would get all the answers, but it seemed I was mistaken. I heard a chime from my phone and checked my email. I was shocked by what I read. The truth will be revealed tonight at midnight. Oh, good. I was about to say, you mean to tell me I've got to wait for more of the game to come out? An image of a map was attached to the email. The map was of the town where Iwasaki and Mihashi are living, the town setting in Bad End. Also, a certain spot had been marked on the map. At midnight. Is it saying to go there at midnight? See you soon. Mihashi had said it right before the game session ended. So that means the truth isn't revealed in the game itself. So the mystery will be solved in the real world? Only the player who survived up until this point is given a chance to know the truth? Anyway, I made it to the end. This is reason enough to be proud. The game that's killed all those players, and I cleared it. However, Mihashi was really behind the whole damn incident. Mihashi completely misunderstood the relationship between Iwasaki and her lover. That's where it all began. She was involved in an accident due to a misunderstanding and rendered comatose. This caused her to haunt Iwasaki and drove her into an accident as well. On top of that, Mihashi made the game Bad End. Just for this reason, she did this to make Iwasaki suffer. I was sure I had all the facts right. It's not conclusive, but still. I'll get her to tell me everything. Most of all, I want to know why all those people and my best friend had to die. Why did Yuji have to die? I wanted to know the truth and why he was possessed to play this twisted game. I must go to the spot on the map and find out. I have to tell Shiju about this. As shocking as it will be, I have to tell him straight out. I called up Shiju. What happened? I talked about the fact that I cleared Bad End and backed up my reasoning with concrete details. Well, that's unfortunate. Upon Shiju hearing the news, his voice became sulky. Can I come over tonight? Kana will come, won't she? Most likely, yes. I think something like a shadow will appear. It will come out of Mihashi's body. I need to talk to Kana. Please, I have to. I was going to ask you if you could join me anyways. I could use your help. Thank you. After the revelation was revealed, I hung out with Shiju. For now, I need to calm down. I'll put an end to all this come midnight. I must prepare myself physically and mentally. I am so happy my theories were right, because it did say it was a pretty cliche plot, and I like the way the story is going, but the way of it getting there, yeah. I met up with Shiju. Dang, I have no idea why I keep biting my tongue. Some of my wisdom teeth probably grew back in. I met up with Shiju and we went to the place marked on the map. A playground? The only sounds heard were our own footsteps. We finally made it to the appointed place. Is it right here? Yeah. It ended up being a deserted park illuminated slightly by some nearby lampposts. It seems nobody will be disturbed by whatever ends up happening. It's about 5 minutes till midnight. It's almost time. Is Connor really the one behind this whole thing? I couldn't possibly imagine it. But it's the truth. You can't deny it. You mentioned on the way over here your best friend was killed by this game, right? What the? Oops, sorry, I right-clicked. Thank you. Yes, I'm almost positive that was the case. You probably made a mistake early on in the game. I told Shiji about my main concern for finding out the mystery and why I was putting my neck on the line to beat the game. I have no idea what has been going on tonight. I keep biting my tongue. My headphones just need to be adjusted, but I keep yawning. It's very annoying at this point. Very annoying. Hearing about how I lost my best friend, Akira responded with a sad expression. Even though it brought back an emotional memory, it wasn't Akira's fault because he didn't know. So, what do you think about Kana? I mean, being in the hospital in a coma, will you still visit her if she remains that way? It's true that Mihashi misunderstood everything from the beginning, and the coma stemmed from it. While she misunderstood, it doesn't excuse what she did. Although I haven't heard it from her yet, I'm fairly certain it's the truth. Shiju naturally wants to protect Mihashi. I would like to think that tonight will end on a happy note, but I'm not sure what's going to happen. Yeah. Do you think it would be a good idea if you watched it from behind cover? Why? In case I was suddenly attacked. In that case, you can get away in time. I couldn't leave you behind. Please, just listen to me. I don't want both of us to die. No more sacrifices in vain. Seriously, where are the parents in all of this? It can't be helped. I'll do as you say. Shiji took cover behind a bush like I asked. I glanced at my wristwatch. It's almost midnight. And the time was midnight on the dot. I took a deep breath and called out in a raised voice. Mihashi, are you there? If you're here, come out. My voice echoes through the night. Then I felt a slight presence. A form blacker than the night sky appeared before me. It was identical to the cursed shadow that appeared in Bad End, the one responsible for Eiji's death. Finally, I meet you at last. You're surely behind this twisted game. I knew I was right. I said this bravely for someone who wasn't armed. I'm sure if I attacked it in any way, it wouldn't hurt the thing at all. Whatever may happen, fighting probably isn't an option. Will I make it out of this alive? It's not looking good, but I have to know the truth. I made it to the spot that you said. Now start talking. I want to know everything. Although I probably have a good idea of what's happening. Really? Odd. Is it truly surprised by this? There's no way you can understand. What do you know about me? I take the initiative and explain what I know. I'll tell you exactly what you've done wrong and are accountable for. I'll tell you about the tragedy that you caused. Mihashi paused for a moment and let it sink in. Woohoo! Akira is a lover. My one and only. Kyoko, how dare you betray me? It's all a misunderstanding. Shiju couldn't take it anymore and sprung from his hiding place. Kana. Oh, Akira, my darling Akira. Ah, Akira. My Akira. This is all a misunderstanding. Kana, I could never abandon you. The only time I could talk was at that time, and Coco was the only person I could think of. Because I love you, I couldn't tell you about the meeting. It would have hurt too much. Please believe me, Kana. Then Mihashi began to tremor intensely. Or was that immensely? I guess I didn't see it quite in time. That's okay. The space around her became warped. What was just a dark shadow slowly took shape in the form of a woman. Whoa! I did not see that coming. Whoa! Wow! That was certainly unexpected. The next moment, the words from Mihashi came out with a blood-curdling scream. I don't believe you! That's the best I got. Take it or leave it. Kana, you... This thing is one and the same as the original Mihashi. Even all this time after the accident, all the negative feelings pent up have gone out of control. The result is this evil being that stands before us. Kyoko betrayed me. She's nothing but a slut. Is that the real reason? Use Kyoko as a man-eater? To look down upon her. Yes, Kyoko is that type of human. You haven't answered any of my questions. Why did you kill the other players? You had no right to do so. I'm trapping Kyoko's soul into the game. She'll never get out. The truth is, whenever someone dies as a result of a bad end, Kyoko's soul bears the brunt of it with dire consequences. She's punished for their mistakes. Then Kyoko bears a grudge against the player, and she in turn murders that person. This was the whole purpose of my game, but I'm the one that actually killed them. How could you do such a selfish thing? The player's last thoughts before they died was, it was Kyoko. She was the monster. Then I showed the entirety of what transpired to Kyoko's soul. She would break down crying. Everything was meant to torment Kyoko. There shouldn't be an apostrophe there. I see now. I knew that there had to be a bigger reason for this whole plot, but did Yuji have to die because of this demon's selfish acts? Kana, please, you've done enough. No more, please. How do we wake Kana and Kyoko? Tell us. That's not possible. What? The title of the game is Bad End, so that means there's no happy endings. You can't be serious. Damn it, stop messing around. All your hopes just got dashed into despair. Now die. An overwhelming darkness races at us like a rabid beast. This is it. I'm done for. I'm no match for it, even if I resist. I'm going to die here. Damn, I'm too young to die. I want to shout this, but it all seems so hopeless. If anything, it felt good to die knowing how Yuji was killed. You have done well, Kyuhei. What? What are they? She just screamed and edged back. Then... Yep, all the souls came to take you back. Kind of like that part in Hercules when Hades fell into the sea of dead and they all dragged him down. The area around Mihashi started changing. Something it obviously didn't like. Wait, are those... Those are Kyuhei. That voice! Yuji, is that you? We have been waiting all this time to fight back against the one who murdered us. Ugh, I won't forgive you. I won't forgive you. Die, die, die. I'll kill you. I'll kill you. I'll shred you into teeny tiny pieces. They are. The souls of the dead people killed by Bad End. They must seek revenge. They've held grudges for too long. Karma is a bitch. Stop it! Mihashi struggles and tries to resist desperately, but the souls of the dead people persist and keep at Mihashi's body, slowly cutting her down. Help! Help, Akira! No, that's okay. I'm breaking up with you. Shiju is aghast at the scene playing out before him, but he grits his teeth and shouted. The one I'm going to help is the real Kana in the hospital. You're the reason that Kana's suffering through this nightmare. Just die already. No, you're wrong. It's me, Kana, the real Kana. I'm right here. Cat walking across the keyboard. An unintelligible string of words erupted from Mihashi in a death cry. Then she vanished. The souls of the dead people had vanished as well. Yuji. Even though I call out to him, I can't hear his voice. Did he pass on to the afterlife? Is he resting in peace? It seems that now I can finally pray that his soul may rest in peace for eternity. About Kana and Kyoko, yes, they're probably free from the curse. That evil spirit was truly terrified. I'm shaken by the whole thing. I'm sure that was terrifying. I agree. It was all totally unbelievable. They even came to me in my dreams, urging me to keep playing Bad End. At one time, though, I thought they were haunting and cursing me. But that assumption was quickly laid to rest. They were wishing to be freed from the curse as well. It's finally over. Let's go check on them. It's very late now. It'll soon be dawn. How long did all this take? That must have been one long, drawn-out conversation. The whole thing started at midnight. When's sunrise over there? All right. No, seriously, when's sunrise over there? I opened the mobile phone to have a look. Then I watched as the Bad End icon slowly dissolved from the screen. It was as though I never downloaded it at all. Seriously, when's sunrise in Japan? I'm gonna Google that. Morning eventually came without me sleeping a wink. I laid out of school again and met Shiju in front of the hospital. Hi, good morning. Good morning. You couldn't sleep either, huh? You look like a zombie. Besides the restlessness, his eyes were gleaming with anticipation. I've waited for this day to come. It's truly a miracle in itself. I was informed before coming that Kana and Kyoko really have awakened. All right. Shiju and I made our way to the hospital, went through the same procedure as last time. We were finally called on to visit Mihashi's room. Kana! Akira? Mihashi, who was placid and pale, stared at her boyfriend from her bed. Thank you for coming. Hey, that's my line. I've waited so long for you to wake up. Her eyes catch my face incidentally. Who's that guy? It seems she doesn't remember anything about the incident. He's a good friend of mine. He was really worried about you too. She gestures to follow his lead. I nodded in silence. So, what were you about to say? It looked like you were going to say something. Well, I was going to tell you about what had happened. It was all a misunderstanding. Of course I know that. There's no way you'd betray me like that. Kyoko wouldn't do that. She wouldn't betray me. Mihashi's eyes started to get moist, then tears rolled down her cheeks. I was filled with selfishness after the accident and caused so much trouble. No, it's okay. It's over now. Will you hear me out? I had a very scary dream. I was frozen in place. Mihashi's scary dream. What kind of dream did you have? Mihashi gave an apologetic expression with tear-streaked eyes. In my dream, I had become a terrible monster. Though I don't remember it in detail, it was very disturbing. I was so scared. I believe a large number of people died because of me. If word of this got out, there was no way anyone else would believe it. But what she described is exactly what happened in Bad End. Mihashi's misplaced wrath was responsible for the murder of a large number of people due to that game. Please, it was a dream. Tell me it was all just a dream. Of course it was. Shiju made eye contact with me as to follow along. I nodded again. Visiting hours finally ended and we had to leave. Shiju spoke up. I'm sorry, but I know. It's for the best. I didn't mean to hold a grudge against her. I don't mean to hold a grudge against her for what happened. It was all a series of misfortunes. Thank you so much for understanding. It means a great deal to me. Thank you again. Come on, let's go check up on Kyoko. Akira! Hi, long time no see. Kyoko Iwasaki. I immediately recognized her from the game. She was just as pretty as in the game. My heart started throbbing unintentionally. Did you skip out on classes just to come see me? I heard that Kana had awakened. There was no way anything could have stopped me from coming right away. Kana too. I knew it. Knew what? Maybe she... You never stayed in contact, have you? You said you didn't see her since childhood, right? Well, yeah, that's right. Speaking of which, I explained that I'm actually a friend of Iwasaki. Yeah. Catching up with you, isn't it? Oh, that was like fun. I was like, what? Nothing but a Twitter update. What should I do to make sense of this? Kyuhei Inu. So, you remember? Yes, I remember it all. That's good to hear. Shiju is actually misunderstanding a bit. In actuality, Iwasaki and I aren't acquaintances at all. Iwasaki is remembering the event from Bad End, unlike Mihashi. Listen, I want to be alone with Inu for a moment. Alright, so you two are pretty close, huh? Possibly you two kept a promise for the future? With that remark, Shiju left the room. Thank you for your help. So you didn't forget what happened in the events of Bad End? Yes, unfortunately I remember it all. For several months I was tormented beyond anything you could imagine. My soul was torn from my body by that game, and I could only sit and helplessly watch. Every time a player killed me in the game, I felt intense pain, and the wrath of Kana's spirit attacked the player. The player mistook it for me holding a grudge, and as a result was killed. I was in so much pain. It's just as the Shadow had said. Iwasaki had suffered so much pain and torment. But then help came. You decided to play the game and save my life. The truth is, I played the game because I wanted to know what killed my best friend. No matter what the risk, I needed to know. You persevered till the end, and helped me. Thank you so much. Iwasaki laughed calmly. Her smile immediately set me at ease. There's still something I needed to ask her. Do you have any resentment towards Mihashi? No, Kana was not the one responsible for tormenting me. I had fallen victim to someone's bad intentions by pure chance. That's actually a relief. It seems she doesn't remember that detail of Bad End. It's probably for the best to keep the secret to myself. I don't hold a grudge against her for what happened. Okay. Phew. So with that, everything is settled. I guess my business here is done. I guess I'll say goodbye to Iwasaki. For some reason, I feel a deep sense of longing. A sense of loneliness. Shut up, phone! Listen, Inu. Will you come visit me again? Huh? What did she just say? Just like Kana and her boyfriend, I want someone to be with. Someone to visit me and spend time with me and talk to. That would surely make me happy. I see. Captivated by her beauty, there was no way I could decline. Then I suddenly recall. If a player had cleared that end, there was a reward waiting at the end. Maybe this is what that meant after all. The incentive for players to play the game. That I never imagined that the reward would be in this form. Then sometime later. You seem to be in high spirits lately. Oh, I'm fine dating. Oh, I'm finally dating. What? Nami's face registered shock that I've never seen him do before. Why are you surprised? There's still some good guys left, you know? I see. So you finally let it go. Usually circumstances and all? Oh, it was really good. I really owe you a lot. Thank you. Owe me? What did I do? It was due to Konami I was able to make the initial contact with her. He had seen how depressed I was and invited me out for sweets. Without that, I might not have found out the truth. So I was able to track her down quicker than expected. Kie! Hey, Kyoko. It's only until recently that I started using any informal way of addressing her. I now call her by her first name, Kyoko. Seriously, what is going on? Oh, cool. Everywhere we went, everyone immediately knew we were a pair. How is your body feeling? It's doing better. I can go out much longer due to getting my strength back. In the hospital, her muscles had, atrophied? I don't know that word. To the point where she couldn't even stand up. With rehabilitation, her strength slowly returned. Why can I mean, that one word, I know what it means. She'd been in a coma for so long, her muscles gradually weakened from not being used. I just don't know that word. The past week is when she was finally able to walk again. Shiju insists that Kyoko is still immature. But I think the whole experience changed her. In my opinion, I think it's made her a bit more assertive, which is a plus. It helps her self-esteem. Kana and Akira seem to be going steady now as well. Yeah, I agree. Shall we go on a double date one of these days? You know, that's not such a bad idea. Kana Mihashi. Her rehabilitation is also going well. Each day is progressively better. Shiju is constantly inspiring her and helping her out, so I don't have to worry. By the way, Bad End has completely disappeared. Yeah, the game's webpage is also gone as well. The author is gone and the game hasn't somehow cursed us with its existence again, thank goodness. From that day, Bad End had completely disappeared from the internet. The devoted posters on the BBS Anonymity board who had been wanting a copy were sad, but... That's my nephew, Devin.
I saw again.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
My dad eats food. My dad eats food.
Alright. Auntie's recording, okay?
Yeah, I'll go watch him.
Who's him?
Said that. I want to watch fun. So scary.
Well, you'll have to wait a little while, okay?
Okay.
Alright, go watch TV with your mom. He loves Five Nights at Freddy's. Specifically, Mark. Yeah, not my fault. I was watching it and I was screaming, and of course he's 4, so he wanted to see what was going on, and he's been obsessed with Five Nights at Freddy's ever since. I delete out. Well, I try to mute out the. You get it. If only they knew what was in store for them, they would have stayed the hell away from it from the start. Do you think a game like that will be made again? I honestly don't know. And if there was, I'd never play it. That's a relief. If you die without me, I'll be all alone. Coco folded her arms over me and gave me a warm embrace. I lost my best friend to this whole tragedy, but in the end I was happy. If I learned anything, it's that a small misunderstanding can make a mountain out of a molehill. Yes, it can. It's just a part of human nature. Therefore, I wouldn't be surprised if something similar to Bad End was created again someday. Hopefully it would get deleted before anyone got injured, or worse, killed. All I could do is pray that it wouldn't come to that. Awesome, so that's the end of Bad End. Like I said, because of the last video, I knew we weren't far away from the ending. I knew it. But like I said, my theories were spot on. I knew that because it mentioned earlier, Kana had a jealous side. In the part where him wanting to Akira wanting to talk to Kyoko, I was like, yep, I knew it. He talks to her, she sees it, she thinks something's going on, she gets angry, she runs out into the street, she gets hit by a car, and her wrath kind of takes over. What was that? I mentioned it in the last video, and I was right. But overall, that was a really good game. I like this game. I liked it a lot. And I have no idea what just happened there. My speaker fell over. No, we're good. But no, this was ending number 14. So how did we skip? We skipped.
Ooh, that's here back in there.
Yeah. Okay, somehow we skipped over 3 other endings, but I'm not really complaining because I love it when I play a horror game and, there's a happy ending in there. I'm all about that. I am all about that. But of course, I am very curious. Okay, so this means that we've missed ending 5, ending 9, 11, 12, and 13. So that's 5 different endings that we have somehow missed. And I'm pretty sure I know where, because of different choices. Like the plot was going on, and I figured, hey, let's just move on and not pick the other choice, which is probably going towards something else. But either way, I'm totally happy with this. Ew, hair on me. No, I'm completely happy with this. I love the way this. And is there any more? Oh, it's the phone. It said that there is a game in which a person that dies in the game will also die in real life. I'm playing it right now. So what's the title of this game? You're Next. That's the new title? Or maybe this is another Bad End game. Aww, thank you for playing. Your score evaluation is as follows. And I got the achievement unlocked, True End. Okay, so what's up? This evaluation is based on the first playthrough. Being such, you probably made a few wrong decisions, which is natural. Yeah, clearly. The evaluation is decided by how many times you encounter a bad end from start to finish. Final score is not influenced by a second playthrough and onwards. Score is permanent on the first playthrough. We appreciate your understanding. I'm okay with that. I got most of them. Like I said, we only missed 5, which out of 14, that's not too bad. So don't feel like you did poorly based on the score. The only way to get the highest possible score is not to make a single mistake. Now for your evaluation. Yeah, let's get to it. Rank G. Um, I can't really have an opinion about this because I don't know what the. I mean, I'm sure the highest rank is A, but I don't know how far away we are from the highest ranking and lowest. So, is it going to show? Q died on the first choice. That's Q died on the first choice. That's really sad. Huh? Oh, because it's me. Well, yeah.
He get mad. He's red.
Yeah, it's Fred. But I still don't know what the ranking system is. That's just a letter. That's not saying, okay, this is the highest ranking. Yeah, this is the lowest ranking. They should have showed something like that. But either way, that was bad, and I had a lot of fun playing this game. That was really good. Not as scary as maybe I thought it'd be. Um, I'm definitely not going to. It wasn't really disturbing. I would say probably the most disturbing part was there at the last end when the shadow manifested into that horrible zombie looking thing. Um, but yeah, that's probably the only part that actually got a little scary. But I had fun. I had fun playing it. I hope you had fun watching me play it. And this was really good. Also, as with the other ones, I will leave a link in the description below so that you can play the game for yourself. It is on Steam. How much did I pay for this? I don't think I paid much. I think I paid less than $5 for it, but it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. That's my opinion. What is this over here? Is this my achievements? Okay, personal achievements. Urban Myth, Don't Quit Now, Forever Haunted by Fear. Okay. Bad End 1 is number 4. Yeah. Okay. And I got the True End. Okay. So here are the other ones. Not allowed to stop. I knew it. There was that one part where if I had chosen to stop playing in the if I had chosen to stop playing like near the beginning, I would have gotten that. Okay, so that's Kitty Richards under there. Okay, yeah, so okay, I know where that one was. Ending 5, I'm not sure. 7, Trivial Mistake. I have no idea. All my efforts were in vain. Ending number 13. Am I to assume this would? Ow! I think I would have to assume that maybe that part would have happened at the meetup at midnight. I don't know. Maybe I'll play through the game at some point on my own time and find that out. Find that out more. But either way, I had a lot of fun. Ouch! What are you doing? I'm trying to do an outro. Thank you. Seriously, those claws. Anyway, that was Bad End. I'll leave the link in the description below. And feel free to let me know what you thought about this game in the comments below as well. I would love to get your opinion on it. But anyway, once again, that was Bad End. And as always, continue to rise, my Phoenix soldiers. I will talk to you all soon. Laters!